What is it all about? Well, a student at a Christian-run Amal Jyothi Engineering College in Kanjirapally of Kottayam district was found hanging at a hostel room on June 2nd. Now, the victim, Shradha, was a student of the college's food technology course. Her peers are alleging that Shradha died by suicide due to harassment by the college staff. Students from the college and backed by political student organizations held protests against the college, including storming into the college campus. Now, the students also allege that the college authorities did not give due medical attention to Shradha when she was being taken to the hospital. The issue today we are going to debate is in the background of Shradha's death. It looks like extremist groups are now hijacking the death of Shradha and has given a communal color to the politics. Well, the Christian management of Amal Jyothi Engineering College are alleging that there are outside forces with vested interests and an agenda who are now targeting the college. The Diocese of Kanjirapally, under whom the college comes, had a march in support of the college management taken out in the middle of the town. Well, this particular incident had led to a series of protests from the SFI as well as from the KSU and other student organizations, and these marches were held towards the Kanjirapally Diocese-led Amal Engineering College over the death of Shradha. Meanwhile, the crime branch is investigating the case, and the findings of what exactly happened to her is likely to come out after the investigation report is filed. Many of her peers and her college mates have been alleging that Shradha's phone was allegedly confiscated by the group, and once the college management had the phone with them, it is being said that after that, Shradha was not in a state of mind to speak with her friends also, and many of them said that she was hinting that she wanted to go back home and at the same time said that she does not want to live. You know, we have all gone to colleges, and one of the things about it is that there is a level of discipline that is imposed. But here, the question being raised is how much of discipline can one be imposed? I have a question for you as a person who keeps check on Kerala society as all. Do you think the campuses in Kerala or the colleges in Kerala and the private colleges especially in Kerala, to whom do they cater? To the student or the parents of the students? Because the parents of the students seem to be happy with all these strictures that are there, but not the student. So where should the college actually reflect upon?
Very true. 2 or 3 submissions. One, I have studied in a Christian school. My mother studied in a Christian institution called Christian College in Chenganur. My grandmother studied in Baligamadam, which was of the British era, a Christian institution. My son is studying in St. Thomas, which again is a Christian institution. So Kerala has a very deep respect and reverence for the Christian education institutions, which is managed really well by Reverend fathers and sisters. All respect to them. They have done immense service from the times of Chavara Pidava, who opened a Sanskrit school, to our entire society beyond Hindu, Muslim or Christian. They have done an immense service. Second, we all know they have focused on discipline. They have focused on more of that very professional manner. That's very nice. But such kind of instances also need to be addressed where Shradha committed suicide. Nobody can escape the responsibility of a young student being driven to suicide. She might have committed suicide out of that desperation because of the pressure. So action needs to be taken. I have been to Amal Jyothi College myself, a very respectable institution, very well run by the organization and church. Whole respect to them. But if there are some people, if there are some teachers, if there are some head of the departments who are responsible for pressurizing Shradha to suicide, that definitely needs to be tackled. As a parent, where the irony is, as students, we all want freedom. As parents, we want discipline for our students. That's a classical dichotomy of every parent-child relationship. When we are in school or college, we want the maximum freedom, less pressure on us, less discipline. But we are on the parent side, we want our children to be disciplined, our children to have a proper timeline and routine. There is nothing wrong in this. It is only the change of places that we change our perceptions. But one important thing that you have raised is, however, students' protests should not turn communal. Kerala is home to our Christian and Muslim communities for the past 1,500 and 2,000 years. And we have had a very harmonious kind of living for past many centuries. And we believe, according to our legends, starting from AD 52, when Saint Thomas, the holy apostle of Jesus Christ, came to Kerala, we have a vibrant Christian community almost 400 years before the holy papacy. From the time of Chairman Perumal, who went to Makkah to meet Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even from that time, we have our Muslim community. So we had a very harmonious existence, but unfortunately, some fissures have happened in the past 5 to 10 years that needs to be solved and healed, and such problems should not be communalized and creating animosity and enmity between two communities. That is very unfortunate.
Stanley, Sebastian, my question to you is, why is it that the church authorities have given out a statement saying this, that there are vested and agenda-based organizations who are hijacking this protest? Why is it that fear that suddenly come to the church?
It is not a sudden fear. Since 1956, the formation of Kerala state and the communist rule there, the Communist Party and its student organizations, they are trying to woo the students who are joining in educational institutions from standard 1. And they have almost succeeded in it. Finally, what these communist organizations do, they convert the student into anti-Indians, probably pro-China or pro-Pakistan attitude. This is the work for the past 65 years the Communist Party is doing there. Nowadays, what happens? The church is anxious. We don't want to, give our children to the communist people or the communist organizations. We want to protect them from the communist ideology, which is against India and which is favoring the enemies of the nation India. So in that matter, we are very clear about that. See, our doctrine clearly says communism devil. There is nothing short of that. And we have the fundamental right by the
Professor Stanley, my question over here is a little bit different. I understand the SFI, the KSU and all had their marches. But interestingly enough, I was going through a lot of, channels where they were showing the protests, or the counter protests rather. I would say that there was a counter protest on the part of the Kanjirapally diocese as well. In that protest, the slogans were raised against Muslim students. The slogan was raised against the Muslim community. And they said that the Muslim community is getting involved when they brought in names like Fraternity Front and other allied organizations. Why is it that they were being... Also, there was a very, interesting bite that had come in from some of the people who were in protest. They said that, look at the people who are protesting. You will come to know which religion is in front of the protests. So why is it that so? Why is it that suddenly you feel that there is another minority attacking you?
No, it is not suddenly. See, whenever any event happens, there may be unfortunate events in any institution in one point of time. But what happens, whenever it happens in Christian institutions, suddenly the media and the jihadi elements, the Congress and communists, everybody get together and they attack the Christian community because they have a fear that at present they have a fear. The UPA mafia has a fear that Christians may support BJP, Christians may support nationalism, or that fear they have. That is why they try to threaten the Christian community indirectly. If you support government of India and the rulers of India, we will defame you, we will destroy your institution, we will make it difficult for you to live in Kerala. This problem is happening since 1992, not from today. So recently, this particular institute is one of the best institute in India, not only in Kerala. It's a national level accredited institute, and it got its own technology and priorities, and it gives the best result. And the Hindu and Christian parents in Kerala nowadays, little bit scared, because if they send their kids to public, means government institutions or other institutions, they fear that they may fall prey to love jihad or narcotic jihad or any other thing. So there is a fear factor is there. We cannot deny it.